I am so excited to meet Julia White again this week.
I know,
Welcome,
2 for
Julia.
2. It's so good to be back with you. Now not on the roof this time.
True.
It's a lot cooler in here.
much cooler, and I don't wear a jacket.
Right? I know.
And with me is Alex.
Alex Mang, yes, Azure MVP from Romania. Pleasure to be here with you, Julia.
Absolutely. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
So this year's event is much around diversity and tech.
Yes.
Tell us, why?
Yeah, that's a very intentional investment we're making around, obviously, the industry in whole, and Microsoft has a huge focus on this area, and we want to do more. And this is a good step in the next direction of really making it front and center, a lot more programming, the meetups, the Empower lunches, that type of thing, to frankly just get the conversation going. And I like that this year we're really trying to be really inclusive of everyone's part of this journey, not just the different special interest groups. And so trying to make it a very broad way. I call it being inclusive around inclusivity.
That's terrific.
So I saw, for instance, you have a certain number of women as speakers at a tech conference, which is kind of revolutionary.
Yeah, I mean, and this is something, again, we've been intentional about, but it also just reflects the fact that we have lots more women leading different businesses and different engineering teams across the company. So it isn't artificially created. We do focus on it, but gosh, it just happens to come true in how we line people up.
And you have keynote speakers as well as female, and that's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
just appreciate that. I love that. Now, on
great.
top of that, I know you like Azure, right? I expect you to like Azure.
And like you.
Thank you for that. So what are your top announcements at Azure? What do you like the most? Because there was so many announcements, it's almost overwhelming.
I know, right?
What are your most favorite ones?
Oh gosh, everyone's like, who are your favorite children? Let's see, I think I'm very excited. I'm gonna pick some geeky ones. I'm very excited actually about some of the governance announcements, like Azure Blueprints, or Azure Resource Maps. I think it's one of those things where it's a little bit of those silent heroes. It makes everyone's life easier, and it makes cloud adoption that much better. But some of those pieces, obviously, gosh, Windows Virtual Desktop running on Azure, that's not a new technology, but a lot of excitement around that area. And then I am excited about what we're doing around IoT. That market is really starting to pick up. It's coming out of just being industrial IoT to something that everyone can build these connected edges with. And so things like digital twin, the work we're doing around that, gosh, they're just making it such that this is really going to take off.
Yeah, I totally agree. And digital twins is going to help a lot with many different scenarios to be implemented and run in Azure. Finally, right?
Right.
That's terrific. In your opinion, what are the big announcements at Microsoft outside the Azure sphere?
Right, and the Azure Sphere product.
And the Azure Sphere product, exactly.
Which is one of our announcements, by the way. Microsoft Learn, right? I think that has been a huge investment. It's about making sure everyone has the right skills to be successful on, all the learning paths we have available today on Azure, but more to come across Office 365 and the other products too. But I've already gotten so many positive conversations from customers of like, this is great, it's free. I need to do a lot of skill building in my organization. This is exactly what I was looking for. So really excited about that. And then of course, I can't not mention migration. Like number of conversations around migration, right? Whether it being about the, bringing Windows Server and SQL Server over with our hybrid benefits, all the tooling around that, and then even the extended security updates for your 2008 ecosystem. If you bring that to Azure and get those extended security updates for free, so a lot of migration conversations, which is awesome to see.
That's terrific. And I'm already overwhelmed again by all these big announcements and big names and whatnot.
Sure.
Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So good to see you guys. Thank you for everything you guys do.
Of course. We love everything we do, so why not? Thanks.